Good morning, everyone. Here in Calgary. It's a bit of a mucky yard here. Nice place though. Way back here, nobody's coming. Even stopping back here is difficult. Getting moving again. It snowed here last night.
In 1.5 kilometers, turn left on 84th Street Southeast.
Okay, automatic. What are you doing? No engine brakes, no cruise control on this stuff. South of the city, it's not slippery at all, but here near Calgary, it's slippery. Getting a little silly out here though. A little bit back I had, I'm not going to say where, but I walked into a building and apparently truckers weren't allowed to use that door, but there's no signing. I don't feel guilty at all. Walked in, I was looking for a certain person, and I walked in and this guy at their workstation jumped back and ran around the counter to the other side.
Turn left at the traffic light, then take the first right.
And goes, truckers aren't allowed in this way. Keep your distance, keep your distance. And I'm like, dude, I'm like 6 meters away from you. I get we're doing social distancing and all that, but I'm 6 meters away from you. So, we need to educate ourselves and know what is safe and what's not safe so we can still function like human beings. Right now the rule is 2 meters or 6 feet. Keep the coronavirus from spreading.
Turn right on 114 Avenue Southeast.
And of course, I'm listening to all the rules. Let's do our part to stop any virus from spreading, be it corona or something worse or something less. Do our part from spreading viruses. If you're not feeling well, just a cold. Well, flu is worse than the coronavirus right now. We'll see how all pans out when coronavirus is
In
done,
600
but
meters, take the ramp on the right to Highway 201 South.
do your part to make sure if you're not feeling well, you do your social distancing. Right now, everybody, we're all doing social distancing just because that's what's recommended. So I don't want to get sick. I don't want to get other people sick if I get sick. But dude,
Take the ramp
I was
on the
far,
right
far,
to
far
Highway
away from you.
201 South.
No need to panic and have a heart attack. Why doesn't he have that brush down? Just driving down the sidewalk doesn't constitute as cleaning the sidewalk. Now we're pulling onto Stony Trail, Highway 201. It's like the east side of Calgary. Today morning, the southeast corner of Stony Trail, that corner was very, very slippery. I saw a car in the ditch, so I started slowing down. And then someone cut me off, so I tapped the brakes and I was all kind of sideways. I'm like, well, nobody's beside me. I'm going the other lane or else I'm crashing. I'm like, why did you feel the need to cut me off? I guess they didn't take the sign of there's a car in the ditch as a, hey, this road might be slippery. Whenever you start seeing cars in the ditch, think about why they're in the ditch. And the roads look wet here right now, that's good.
Kilometers. Take exit 101A on the left to Highway 2 South.
So now we're headed to Creston Empty. How many hours is that? 6 hours? 6 hours empty? Yeah, roads are definitely wet. I'm watching other people's tires. Flat tire and this kind of stuff. Less than optimal. But yeah, I got up at 5:30 in the morning. Whew. I'm yawning. But on the bright side, I should be able to go to bed early today. Creston, I'm loading there and headed to Fruitvale. I'm just thinking about hours. I don't know if I can get to the customer's place for Wednesday morning delivery or not. We'll have to see. Have to see. So this corner in the morning was solid ice. Looks like they've done some sanding. And it's a little warmer too, and more traffic has warmed the road up. Now it all looks wet. See. Vehicles out there. More in the ditch over there. might be in the ditch on purpose. Probably doing some work there. Yeah, they look like they're in the ditch on purpose. Yeah, so overnight it snowed a little bit, 1 centimeter of snow, but it's enough to create some chaos. I think I'll stick to Highway 2 instead of taking my shortcut of 22, because Highway 2 is going to be more taken care of in this kind of weather. I'll just take Highway 22 or Highway 2 and not take the shortcut, because it might not actually save the time with slippery roads.
Be in any of the 3 left lanes, and take the exit to Highway 2 South.
Although looking at the road, nobody took the 3rd lane. So we all know it merges. I thought this one merged, but let the hill slow me down naturally with no Jake brakes, no brakes at all. Take her easy around the corner. It looks a little bit slippery. Could be wet. Hard to tell. If we got this much snow here, I wonder what the pass has got. I have a feeling by the time I get to the passes, it'll be warmer in the day and I won't have to worry about chain up or anything like that. Seeing mist in the mirror again, so roads are wet.
Continue on Highway 2.
Yeah, seeing mist behind me, but the roads are kind of look like they might still have little sections that are slippery, so take our time here. No point in rushing. Under the speed limit by 10 kilometers under this, no, 20 kilometers under the speed limit. up to 100 at least. The roads are definitely getting wetter over here as we're getting on the highway instead of the steady higher speed limits. I think initially when it snows, it blows more of the snow off the road, and then when it melts, higher speed I think equals hotter tires, and then it melts, it keeps the road wetter longer. But if they do freeze, then they get really slick. Guys, I'll catch up with you guys down the road. Hopefully I don't lose track of time like yesterday and get sucked into this audiobook. Most books, when you're reading them, you can stop anywhere. Ender's Game, first time reading it or listening to it, I can't put it down. It's just like, I want to know what happens next. It's pretty cool. Definitely enjoying it. Might listen to it more than once. We're on Highway 3 just south of Fernie, still headed westbound to Creston. Beautiful out, but the roads keep switching back and forth from wet to slightly slippery, so gotta be careful. Big holes there. It's a temporary road while they replaced that bridge, but it'd be nice if they kept the temporary road a little bit better condition. Fernie Ski Hill is to the right over here. Yeah, Jess said it was going to be snowing in the Rockies today, but I didn't realize there'd be this much snow down here too, so it's going to be interesting to see what Kootenai Pass is going to look like. This is beautiful. I thought all our snowstorms were come and gone. Crying out loud, we had a forest fire this weekend. Going up as wildfire. I wouldn't call it a forest fire. Right, we can see look out of our living room window and see a wildfire going. Kept it pretty small, probably a couple of hectares. Here there's a forest fire up by Lillooet as well, so the ground is pretty dry in some places. Obviously not so dry here. I'm going to stop in Cranbrook and take a half hour and have some lunch. Sneeze. Allergic to you guys again. Getting bloody noses too. Drying out. It was a week ago I saw all the snow plows. They had removed the big blades from the front and just kept the small blades. Maybe they were a little too early to remove the big blades. I see these have the big blades either still on or they've put them back on. Enjoy the last taste of winter before all the bugs hit. Yeah, I'm not tired of winter yet. I'm looking forward to the summer as well. like that plow didn't make much of a difference. They need to get the snow off the shoulders. Because if it keeps gathering up, it's going to be quite a thick slushy area that's going to grab steering wheels. Be careful that slush doesn't suck you into the ditch. CVSE. See a couple elk today. That was near Sparwood. Yesterday saw a bunch of deer, but I just feel like the wildlife is going to be out more and more now that springtime. And the elk were in the middle of the river, kind of walking across the river. I always find this tunnel dangerous. I always slow down right to 60 because you never know when somebody's going to come blazing by too fast and cross this center line in the tunnel, because I've had it happen to me. If you can't stay in your lane, you're going too fast. Stop snowing here. Of course, these mountains in front of us are still getting snow. Down here it stopped snowing. Day number 2 without Jess, and I'm already running out of things to say. Just gotta survive it for the next couple of weeks. Hopefully it's just weeks. I know I keep saying that, but it might be months. Our vacation is only a month and a half away, so I hate the idea of canceling that vacation. Maybe we'll just, if the vacation's canceled, maybe we'll take off a week anyway. Not take off the full 2 weeks. take off 1 week anyway and just spend it out in the forest, just kind of relaxing. I don't know. Have to see what happens. One thing I do know is I am hungry. Yeah, there's definitely a lot less snow here. It's getting less and less. Maybe I'll pull over here at this rest area and take a half hour here instead of in Cranbrook. Oh. We've got, is that Bighorn sheep? Yeah. Bighorn. Always funny when I go the suggested speed limits around corners, nice and slow, and you find somebody that goes even slower than you. I'm not used to that. That's okay. Everybody should drive within their comfort zone. I think I'll just make myself a sandwich for lunch, but then kind of set up a meal for supper later on so I can have some hot food. The inverter's working really funky like, so I can't just turn the toaster oven on and make some food, so I'm using my 12-volt lunchbox size food warmer. Dispatch said that I could get it fixed yesterday, but if this truck is getting handed in this weekend and I'm getting a different truck, why bother spending Sutco money? I'll survive a week without the toaster oven. But I have gotten used to it. It is so nice having it. Elko. was thinking of stopping at this rest area here, but there's a nicer rest area down the road. Not that far down the road, so maybe we'll go to the nicer one. 52 kilometers, so half an hour. I can go another half hour before eating. I think I'll do that. Braking.
Keep that's an Elko coming off of whatever 93 there. Keep going to the Elko, you hungry? Got your door open on the back, man. I hope you're good. I want to find it.
Oh boy. So Cube van coming in from the south up to Elko has got his rear door open. CVSE headed that same direction, so hopefully he figures it out before CVSE does. Hopefully both of them figure it out before he loses any product out of the back. I think CVSE might be monitoring Lad 1 and might have gotten going there. Well, there's another rest area here too. This one would be a little hard to get a Super B in. You could. It's a little tricky though. But the other one I know it's fairly easy if there's no other vehicles in there. If there's other vehicles in there, I'll have to bypass it. But yeah, CVSE sometimes monitors Lad 1, so he might have heard that Cube van has a door open, so located here in Creston. It's a heavy load, really heavy, right maxed out. We kept finding bundles until it was maxed out. It's like, oh, you got a little more room. They've got a scale right there, so. Taking the bypass. It's not an official bypass, it's just quicker than going through downtown Creston. I take Highway 21 and Erickson Avenue or something like that.
At the end of the street, turn left.
Instead of going through downtown where all those lights are and the road is so narrow. Looks like it's snowing a little bit up there, doesn't it?
Turn left at the stop sign.
I think we're going to drive into some moisture. It's probably raining down low, but it sure looks very white. It's not spilling at the summit, but sign says slippery sections. Also that stay at home. Some kind of virus going around. Stay home, avoid gatherings. Getting the speed limit all the way to 100. Only went up to 70. I'm like, most likely I'm gonna have to come to a stop. Yeah, it's snowing all over the place. It's snowing south of us, west of us, north of us, just not east. That's a green light right now. I doubt it'll be green by the time I get there, but we'll keep doing 50 until we get closer. Yeah, it's yellow already. Looks like they're gearing up to do a bunch of construction on this bridge. Last year they did one side of the bridge. I guess this year they're going to do the other side of the bridge. I'm not sure. Stop line here. Well, I don't see a line, but sit and wait here for a little bit. I'm hungry again. Is the tractor going to make it over before it turns green for me? Barely. He's shaking his head at the cars behind the tractor going, "What are you guys doing? It was yellow for you guys, and you guys went anyway." Well, to be fair, if the tractor was going slow enough, they might have been caught on the green still. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't see that huge herd of elk over here anymore. They must have migrated a little further north. Oh, apparently I'm supposed to resume speed here. Oops. Okay, try to remember that for next time. I just assumed that after the bridge I could resume speed, but they got a sign way out here, so next time. Definitely raining down here. Decent day. We've definitely had some interesting weather for the day, but it's been okay. A full load like this, probably 2.5 hours to get over to my delivery spot. And I've got 5 hours of drive time, so I could go half the speed limit the whole way and still make it. I can't unload today anyway, so let's get on site. Make myself some supper. Go for a little walk, go to bed early. intersections. COVID-19, stay home. Mirrors are starting to get dirty. I have to clean those up. I guess I could stop at Salmo and fuel up there and clean my mirrors. The Esso card lock. A bit of a mudslide going on there. It's kind of filled the ditch right up, so if all of a sudden more mud comes down, it's going to start coming across the road. Slowing down, losing power. It's going to get, with a max load like this, like we are right to the legal limit. With max load like this, I'm going to be going up pretty darn slow. So I think I'll save you guys the pain of a slow, long climb. It'll probably take me half an hour to climb this. Save you guys from that painfully numb slow climb. So, thanks guys for watching. Really, really appreciate the support you guys give. You guys absolutely rock. Read the comments every day. Respond to some of them. Thumbs up a whole bunch of them. Reading every single one of them. And if you're new, hit that subscribe button. That'd be super appreciated too. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I have no idea what I'm doing tomorrow. A really safe bet would be that I'm loading at Klesnikov, but who knows? Who knows? It'll be Wednesday. Yeah, it could be anything. Could be anything. Well, you guys enjoy the rest of your Thursday. I'm out.